Hey, Wendy, what's up? Give me a minute. I'm trying to send something out. How you doing? On the phone. I don't know who all came in, but hello, hello, hello. I'm trying to send something to a friend of mine, y'all. Hold on. Okay. And change that. Upload. Recents. All right, y'all. Let's see who's in here. Oh, I'm gonna use the phone because it's Danielle. What's up, Mama? I see y'all was in Florida. Hold on. Trying to. I just sent Sherry something. Um, Hoping this went out. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I did. It went out. Let me see if I can. I can't. This chat does not stay up in here like it should. So I have to use the because I'm using the iPad, and the iPad chat don't stay up. So let me go to YouTube, and then if I join the live. Okay, there we go. Hold on, let me turn the volume down. All right, there you go. All right. What's up, ladies? It's only us in here right now. I'm gonna take y'all around in a second. I don't know who all is in. Welcome. Um, I'm sitting in the room right now, but I'll take y'all around and show y'all. First, how everybody doing? I'm gonna put the chat up over here so I can see it. How y'all doing? Where y'all at, Danielle? Where you and your sister at? Danielle's sister's on the truck with her, which I thought was kind of cool. I think the sister, and I think my favorite puppy's on the truck too. Yes, I do. I think my puppy's on the truck. Okay, okay. How's the weather in Ohio? Ooh, Danielle, you know what? I need to have you look for something for me. Oh, it's at, and I know they have them at certain truck stops. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, if y'all come in here later on, please give us a like, a thumbs up, share it out. What I'm going to try to do, because I got some background comments and I didn't realize, I think, what's my girl's name? Oh, shoot. Oh, Monet. Monet said something and she said that I'm her. What did she say? What did she say I was? Oh, voyeurism. She's so silly. She's so silly. So, and then I had African Violet was nice enough to say that I guess certain things I do on the channel motivate people. I'm like, okay. I've been mainly focusing on my Christian channel, which is always going to be my major focus right now where God has me. But I also realize that there's ladies and some gentlemen in here that come in that whatever's going on in your day-to-day life, this kind of blesses you. Now, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm not driving a truck anymore. I am working in a trucking industry. That's a whole nother can of worms. That's another conversation for a whole nother day. um, I like what I do as far as interacting with the drivers. Some of the internal people have been different, but my Christian side really has me have to overlook stuff and just pray for folks. Some people are really just decent folks. They're sweet people, but it's different. What I found with this group is a lot of them will throw each other under the bus. They'll sit and smile at each other and then talk about each other as soon as they walk out. So I know they have good conversations in the background about me. I'm like, well, if that makes your day to talk about me and make me your focus, well, hallelujah. Good, bad, or indifferent. Um, oh, is he okay? Well, he obviously is okay because he was able to tell you he blew the tires. Okay. Yeah, retreads. Probably retreads on the trailer on the back. But so I'm not gonna really probably talk about the trucking part because there's, like I said, there's aspects of stuff inside that is just deplorable. And I think it's just it is a young group of people. Some of them are older and just messy. But there's one guy who I can tell he's an old school trucker. He's about business and getting the job done, and I got much respect for him. It's really when I deal with him, I don't ever feel like there's shenanigans. I just feel like he's the man comes in there, does his job, and about his money, and that's where I'm at. That's why I think they probably want me gone, but my goal is I just want to come in here, get my money, and go home. I don't want to be caught up in it. I don't want to be caught up in any drama. I done took on, and to me, one of the best philosophies Trucker Bill gave me, and I have applied that not only to trucking but into any kind of business job. And y'all, and I ain't swearing, but it's F you pay me. So frick you pay me. Pay me my money. So whatever, as long as I do the core of my job, I try to do the best job I can do and do at least minimum the core. Put my money in my account and leave me alone. If you do that, I'll work. Go home. Call it a day. I'm not there to be inside the gossip. I'm not there to be inside the mess. I'm not there to talk about another employee. I don't care. I don't really care. And if y'all want to run your company jacked up backwards, as long as I do the core job and try to do the best job I can and be decent human being to another human being, I don't want to get involved in anything else. You can think whatever you want about me. So that's why y'all don't really hear me talk a lot about the company I'm at, because if I told you some stuff that transpired when I first got there, it would blow your mind back. And in my opinion, it was highly discriminatory. But it's okay, because I'm like, my life is in God's hands. I'm going to put y'all in God's hands, and I done seen how God has moved at other places I've been at on my behalf, especially when I'm walking according to his will and his way. God bless you. Actually, me and another employee, we saw them walk out a whole management crew on some of the stuff they was doing that was foul. And I mean, the lady who came in started from the top down. And we sat there, and she tried to beg me and another employee to stay. We were like, nah, we done been through too much, time to go. we done been through too much, it's time to go. And, it's just what it is. But other than that, everything else is good. Let me see what we got going on here. Okay, you're on 80. Yeah, I figured it retreads. There's a lot of drivers, especially right now, the heat is bad and they out there and the retreads is not good. But anyway, so I'm gonna do these videos from time to time. I think African Violet came in and she said, it motivated her, and it's nice to hear that people get motivated from it. So what I'm going to try to do is try to come in here, I don't know if I'm going to say every week, but every other week, and try to do a live. I don't know that I'll really be doing independent recorded videos. I might, I don't know, we'll see. I'll take y'all around for what I do. I'm prepping. I'm right now getting at least a 6-month food supply on hand is the goal, if God is willing, before anything happens. I do got this sense that something's coming. I've had dreams about food. I started having dreams about food, and I know I'm fat, but I started having dreams about things with food, issues with food, about 3-4 months ago. And I think it was around June, July, I started having these dreams. One dream, I was, one of my associates, we were like a hotel, and she threw a piece of fruit to me, told me she got it on special. I caught the fruit, and the fruit was going bad as it was going in the air. When I went to bite into it, I spit it out because it was bad. There was another person in this hotel room with us, and she said to me, and this is all dream, she said to me that you could trade the food for alcohol or for a cocktail, which I thought, that's weird. But what I realized is that I believe what God was trying to tell me is that as there becomes issues with food, the nature of human beings is that to cope with a problem, and I'll read that in a minute, to cope with a problem, the best way that most human beings do that is substance abuse. So alcoholism, drugs. So I believe whatever's coming to happen with food, God is saying, hey, in order to cope, people are going to try to drink and do drugs in order to try to deal with it. So I've had this inkling about food. The next dream I had, and me and my mother don't really talk because of issues from my childhood, Me and my mom were carrying a chicken. She had one leg, and I'm talking about a raw chicken. She was to my right. I had one leg of the chicken. She had one leg of the chicken, and we like soldiers marching it out to the trash can. And it was just a raw chicken. I knew in the dream the chicken was bad, but I didn't know what was wrong with the chicken. Like it didn't look like, you know how chicken gets slimy and stuff. It looked like a regular chicken you had gotten from the grocery store, but the chicken was bad, and we were marching it out to the trash can to throw it away. Then my next dream, I had, this is a series of 3 dreams. The next dream I had, I was like, it was like I was going to school as a young person. And I go and I stand in a line because it was like this little hole in the wall restaurant that did fried like fish and onion rings and stuff. And I get inside, and when I get inside of this location, the next thing I know, we're being told that there's no more fish. Like I get up there, hey, Trucker Felicia, what's up? I thought you called me the other night at work. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I was like, is this Trucker Felicia? It was a whole nother Felicia girl. I was like, okay, sorry, I thought you was somebody else. Don't say where we work. Do not say where you work. Do not say where I work, because I don't like to let that be known. But it was a whole nother, when I got up to the counter, the guy says they were out of fish. And I was pissed because I was like, I just stood in this, the line was long. And when I was leaving out, pissed off about it, I look over at this guy's plate, and he had like a little saucer with some onion rings and like maybe a shrimp or two, like fried shrimp, fried onion rings. And when I got outside and when I woke up, I was like, okay, Lord, that's a weird dream, because when I'm dreaming, God is talking. And that dream, what I got in a sense was, this is going to come without warning. Whatever's coming with the food is going to come without warning. Now, please, for y'all who watch me, do not go and buy up all the store. I tell my Christian group this too. Don't go buy up all the canned goods and all the toilet paper because of doomsday. Please do not. Understand. Go get, if you go and you get your paycheck and you don't start just getting a storage on. Like I said, I normally have storage. This is not something I would have to do. I'm just rebuilding back here. I would normally have over a year's worth of canned goods in my house. And I could bless other people. That's how I grew up in a family that we kept food. And we kept certain Depression era, growing up from Depression era grandparents. And dry staples, you had beans, you had rice. Hey, Cat Eyes, what's up, y'all? Hold on, y'all. Let me do this, because I'm having to use the phone, because the iPad is supposed to keep the chat up, but it doesn't on the iPad app. I don't know. But it does on the phone, so I use the phone. Hold on. Danielle's in the house, Wendy's in the house, Cat Eyes is in here. Who else came in? I thought I saw somebody else come in. Trucker Felicia's up in here. Yeah. So what I did is I had a sense to start storing. So I'm doing it kind of prepperish, and I got to get more stuff, but I'm on budget. So y'all know I don't make, I don't make what I did when I was a trucker. I make enough to survive on what I pay in rent and do the things I need to do, but it takes time. So like I wanted to get a shade cloth, and I should have had it long ago when I realized that the sun was kicking the butt of my plants for summer, but I just didn't have it in budget. And I need to go right now. I finally got the shade cloth up, so when y'all see the picture that comes up for the live, that is the new shade cloth. I'll walk you out there in a minute, and then I'll walk you by some of my prep stuff. Like right now I'm in the room, but I have 2 storage bins that I bought through Amazon. They were 24 something each, and it's 35 pound, each of them holds 35 pounds of it's supposed to be for dog food, but it says food grade, and it said food grade, BPA free, and I forgot whatever else, but they mainly use it for dog food. But I was like, when I looked at it, another lady had, she said, well, I put rice in it, whatever. I'm like, works for me. It was cheaper than the smaller dry storage containers like a lot of the preppers use. And $25 was about my alley, so I bought 2 of them, and it comes with a top and a bottom. I think the bottom holds 25 pounds, and I think the top is supposed to hold 10. So it's like 2 separate pieces, and it's on wheels, which I did like that too. So I bought 35 pounds. Is it 35 or 20? 25 pounds. I think it's 25 pounds of pinto beans. And I got 25 pounds of rice. I'm going to buy another bag of rice, because what I realized is that the container at the bottom it says 25 pounds, it's doing it like when you see it, that's 25 pounds, it's showing it like dog food. and it's not showing it, I think, for rice. So rice is a smaller kernel, and because of that, I actually still have room. So I'm going to get more rice on board, because if something happens, rice, just like over in the third world countries, that's why they use rice. It's a good filling staple. And then the beans are pretty much up there. I'm going to go to Walmart. I haven't been into a store, but Thursday, I've got to go usually get my money order. So this time I'm going to do it at Walmart, because their canned goods are pretty cheap. And I'm going to get my all suited up with my mask and everything, and try to be up there early with the old people. Get in there first thing in the morning, and I'm going to go get some more beans. And I don't know if I'm doing my rice through them or through Costco. I'm doing Instacart. But, and I put my Instacart link, y'all. I did put that up. The Instacart I did put up. Oh, y'all just had the health insurance. Yeah, man, the health insurance is expensive. So the new company he's at doesn't do health insurance on his check? Yeah, Wendy, I'm really, so for y'all who hear me, and I know we don't have a lot of people in here, y'all get your storage up. And like I said, please don't go up and buy the store and leave nobody with nothing. Don't do like these hoarders were doing with the toilet paper. You know, my belief system is, I've given a warning out a couple months ago to my Christian group on what I was sensing. And just every week you can budget in. My sister sent me this. And later on, if I can find the link, I'll link it up. You see there? Food storage calculator, which is kind of cool. And what it does, because I talked to her, she did it. So here, I'm going to share this with my Christian group. You put the number of people in the house above the age of 7, I put 1. You put the number of people in the house under the age of 7, I put 0. And then when you do that, you tell it how many months you want. And this breaks it up, and I'm trying to do at least 6 months right now. And then it tells you on this one, like your grains, canned or dried meats, fats and oils, peanut butter, stuff like that, milk and dairy, sugars, and things of sugar nature. So honey, brown sugar. So it tells me 2 pounds of honey. Right now I got 7 pounds of honey on point. I'm going to buy some more honey, because I do use honey. I like honey. Honey's good, especially it's Arizona honey. So wherever you live, if you can get honey in that area, whatever's in the honey, so I have wild honey and I have regular, like a little bit organic honey. It'll have what it needs to kind of help you. And I'm really bad with allergies. Doesn't matter. If I was in Texas, the ragweed out there kicks my butt. If I'm on the East Coast, my allergies are bad. East Coast, I used to get a lot of sinus infection. And honey never goes bad, say that. Even if it becomes crystallized, all you have to do is either heat it, or you can scrape it off and still use it, because it doesn't go bad. I got brown sugar, I got honey, I did get some sugar, but I don't have like a 4-pound bag. Every pay period I'm gonna buy a bag, because you want to use regular sugar. It helps with baking. So if you need to make your own bread, stuff like that. I'm not buying no corn syrup. I don't use corn syrup. I do have jelly. It says jams, 2 pounds. I think I don't know if I got 2 pounds. Do I have No, I don't have 2 pounds. I'll have to keep looking at it. It talks about powdered juice mixes and Jello mix. I am going to get Jello. Powder mix, I'll probably pick up a couple of those things. But to me, hey, you can just drink water. And I'm buying cases of water. Actually, I'm even I'm getting water totes. I'm going to get water totes, so if you need to have water in here. There's just too much unexpected stuff happening between the earthquake that freaking North Carolina the Carolinas didn't even realize they were going to happen. God is doing some stuff. So folks ain't listening, but I'm listening. Cooking essentials, so your salt. I'm getting ready to get some kosher salt. I have salt, but I'm getting kosher salt. Baking powder. I'm going to just keep buying baking powder and baking soda. I've been buying yeast. It said 1 pound. I got 2 pounds. Vinegar. It says 1 gallon. I got some white vinegar, and I got some, what's the other one? The apple cider vinegar. I'm going to buy 2 more, and I have the jugs. So the apple cider is a smaller jug. The white vinegar is a gallon, but I've already been using it, so I'm going to buy 1 more gallon of white vinegar. It talks about fruits and vegetables, canned fruits, and dried fruits. I haven't been buying dried fruits, but I'm going to look into that when I go to Walmart and see what they've got. And then I'm right over here by Sprouts, so I'm sure I can do that. And it does say water storage, and it tells you to have 92 gallons. And that's a lot. I'm not going to have 92 of stored water here in this apartment. But, well, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get 92 gallons, but I will have water. And I'm going to buy just every pay period, I'm going to buy totes from Amazon. I got a blue tote. I think that one is 5 gallons, and you can fill it up. And I'll have it stacked somewhere here in the room. That's the one good thing. My room is big, so this room. Let me turn y'all around. Y'all can kind of see. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna take this out. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can turn y'all around. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Turn it around. So y'all can see. Ooh, that's kind of dirty. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can wipe that off. Hold on. Gotta kind of wipe y'all off. Hold on. I had a little sock or something soft. I can wipe this off. Hold on. Y'all don't see my dirty sock to wipe this off. Hold on. See if that helped. Hopefully that helped. Yeah, it's okay. It's still blurry to me. Okay, there we go. It's better. All right, so that's over there. I need to get everything. I just threw some stuff up here. So that's the closet. I haven't really worked it as neat. The bin that's over there, I still need to work that. And see, I got this wall here. So I turned the bed different. That's the bathroom. Okay, so those are the storage containers I'm talking about. And you notice in between is bleach. The top blue box is once bleach became available again. That's the one I bought through Instacart through Costco. The bottom one Joe bought me, and it's a germicidal bleach, still Clorox, both the Clorox, and he got that through Restaurant Depot. The one that you see, that rolling bin that's closest to the bathroom, that's holding nothing but beans. So the top of it is little bags of beans. I got black bags of beans, some lentils, and the bottom part is the pinto beans. The one that's over here near my bedroom door, that one right there is holding rice, and the top of it is holding some pasta. So pasta shells, spaghetti pasta in the boxes. Hey, Chicago BBW, I just saw you step in. Hold on. Let me turn it around. All right. And I'll move it. I'll take y'all on a further walk here in a minute. Who all just came in again? Chicago BBW, what's up? Got cat eyes in here. $545 a month for some insurance? Are you talking about healthcare insurance? That's rent. That's rent. That's rent. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Chicago BBW, let me get set up on Amazon, because I was going to tell y'all that's what I'm going to do. Because I've been talking to people, even some of my Christian people on the outside, I've been sending them stuff, but I'm like, hey, if I'm looking it up, I'm going to go ahead and get an affiliate. Y'all could be a blessing if you buy through my affiliate link and let me get a little kickback. But you pay the same price I normally pay unless you get it at a different price. Like I did a shade cloth in the back. I got the shade cloth through Amazon for $13.99, an 8x10 shade cloth. And my old maintenance guy just came in and put it up for me this morning. And so that cloth was $13.99. I went on to Amazon today, and honey, Amazon will raise that price to $25 and some change. Thank you, Magical Girl. I appreciate you, Miss Wednesday. Wendy did the thing. She said thank you. Yeah, I'll put a link on there, and I'll be putting my Instacart on every video, because I know some of y'all right now, you do not need to be in the petri dish out here. Try to be out of it. Only reason I'm going to Walmart is because I normally have to get a money order for the guy who sprays. And because he likes either money order or cash or check, and I don't have checks. I'm getting ready to order checks. I hate checks. I don't like managing a checkbook. I prefer a money order. I like it, but the way I have the account set up, I guess I can load the check and I can withdraw it and have that check ready to go. Meaning that check is already prepaid for that amount and it automatically debits. I'm like, oh, I love the account I have. I'm like, oh, this is gonna work good. So I'll be ordering checks from them here at the end of this month, because I want to get to where I really don't have to step out this house. I'm gonna try to get me a little exercise bike. I really want a dog though. That's the only thing. But we have an area in the back that's gravel I can walk my dog to. There's a little school over here too that we could walk. They have a yard. You can walk it over there, and I mean it's literally just across. I go to the edge of the block, and I'm in the middle of the block. I go to the edge of the block. The school's right across, and I don't even know if they open, because I ain't even heard no kids. I ain't heard no kids. I ain't heard no bad kids. I ain't heard no buses. I ain't heard too much. And I don't know if they even open. And they're they're a money school, because this is the district school for Osborne. So it's a money school. They were giving laptops to their students. So this area over here where I live, it's a historical district. So you've got a lot of people who might be teachers and doctors, some lawyers. Even though my apartment complex isn't money, it's what's surrounded. So this area is a historical district. So you have down the way is a bunch of gay boys. Gay men love this historical stuff. They just do. So it's like this right down here is like gay, like maybe about. So I'm on a street that's like Central Phoenix, and then maybe the next major street and all the way up to what we call Camelback. That's all like bars for the gay boys. That's the gay male bars, and they're sprinkled throughout this area. There's little hole-in-the-wall restaurants also sprinkled throughout this area. North of me is what we call our arts district, and now for Phoenix, it's the Arizona State, NAU, U of A, all of the colleges are there. So what Phoenix did was they were smart. They saw financially how my home city of Tempe has always done well because Arizona State University, it's a college town. College towns, it's like where Monty lives in Lubbock. Lubbock is a hole in the wall. No offense, Danielle, you know it is. But if it wasn't for that university, Lubbock would be nothing. But the University Texas Tech is there, and then they have two other colleges. I think they have a Christian college, Lubbock Christian, and there was one other college they have there. And so because of those, it's a college town. Lubbock it sustains itself. But Lubbock is a hole in the wall. It's nothing really there. It's just dry, flat dirt. And it's nothing. But because of that town, they have some pretty neat little things. They have really some neat little hole-in-the-wall restaurants. It's a little hole-in-the-wall town. But it's cheap depending on where you want to live at in Lubbock because it's a nowhere town. But if you go into certain areas of Lubbock, the certain folks have made the housing prices extremely high, and that's a way of keeping other folk out. But the price of that dirt out there is not very expensive at all. But as you go in, if you want to go, they have a little historical district in there for their older homes, which is really cool. Like Monty's friend Nick lives in a ranch-style neighborhood, which I love because Nick was one of the engineers for the railroad. Monty was too busy trying to floss and do stupid stuff with his money, even though he made very good money. Monty just, he buying rings and gold and, $400 suits instead of he's just one of the people that's caught up in the foolishness. Instead of being like Nick took his money and bought a house, and he has his house. I think his house is paid for. So, and he's got a nice ranch-style brick home out there in Lubbock. Beautiful. Actually, when I walked in his house, I was like, I'm in love because I like older. That's why I like this apartment so much. I like older apartments. I had a brand new, like they had went in and gutted it, and I hated it. And it's funny because a very good friend of mine I lost contact with, and I got back in touch with her. She calls me doll. She's like, doll, I already knew. She said, that's you. That is truly you. Hold on, let me see what we got going on here. Yeah, you're too far out, Wendy. You got to go into town. But if there's people who are in town in here, you can do Instacart. Wendy, you're out in the country area. That's not going to work for you. So for those of you who are in outlying areas, like for example, if I lived up in Flagstaff, depending on where you lived in Flagstaff. But if I lived up in Flagstaff or Prescott, then Instacart's not going to work because that's up in the mountains. But if I live down in an area that's a city or a suburb, they usually are going to have an Instacart. I just introduced one of my Christian sisters to Instacart, and I sent her my link for her to join. And I told her because she was looking for stuff like she said, I can't find Pine Sol. I'm like, you got a Costco membership? In my bathroom, I got two, I don't know if those 10, 20 gallons, I don't know what it is. They're huge. Industrial sized Pine Sols in my bathroom, and they came two. It might have been two, it might have been a gallon each. I don't know. They were huge. I don't know how many gallons. It's huge. They were on, I had two of them, two big, massive. And I like Fabuloso. And so they had one of the big, family size, I'm talking about huge. Things of fact, I bought those, and I don't even know if I paid $13, $14 for the Pine Sol. It was cheap. And when I'm saying cheap for the size I got, and whatever came back after the mass hysteria of the pandemic, as soon as the bleach was available, I bought that, and that's 3 121 gallon or 121 ounce or whatever it is. things of bleach sitting in the hallway. Clorox is the only one on EPA.gov that is said to kill the virus. Now, I don't know why other no-name bleaches, because I'm thinking bleach is bleach, but I guess not. So whatever Clorox, and I used to pick up Clorox when I had my hazmat under Conway. I used to go to the chemical place. They have a chemical plant. Where did I pick that up at? It was a chemical plant I went to and picked up their stuff. I did a lot of hazmat because I had hazmat and I had tanker endorsement. So I did a lot of hazmat stuff at times for Conway. If I wasn't doing that, they also had me picking up UPS loads. So I would do hazmat. I like the UPS loads because with UPS, when you got there, they made you sleep your whole sleeper berth, and then they would have the load ready for you the next day, because UPS is considered a high value load, no matter what you was carrying, and you had to drive for a minimum of 2 hours before you could stop. So, yeah. So the Clorox, I picked that up right when everything came off, and I haven't even I opened it just to look because I was showing somebody it. But I told her, I said, girl, I got that through Costco. So there was things that came back to Costco, like Costco had, and I should have bought it the other week when I asked the lady about it, but I was being cheap. They had the hand sanitizer, a gallon jug for $20, whereas Joe told me he went somewhere and it was $30. I said, and I was pissed because I didn't get it. And then now they had a nerve to try to charge $20 for some 16-ounce bottles. I'm like, y'all crazy as hell. So, because I got 2 32-ounce bottles here of Germix that when it came back available at, what's the store called? Safeway. They had them on sale for like $5 each. So I paid $10 for some 32-ounce bottles. So that's the other thing. That's another reason why I'm going to go ahead and go into Walmart as early as possible. Plus, you can get money orders at Walmart. And I'm just going to go in. Since I got to go in the Petri dish, I'm going to go ahead, mask up, put my glasses on, take a lift over there, get what I can get. I'm on budget. That's the one thing. I'm strict budget right now because I got other stuff. And I've been trying to get as much as I can in here. Like, I'm going to start buying 3 gallons of distilled water for the CPAP. Because I just got a feeling, I don't know what's coming. I don't know. Look, I'll be honest. I don't know if we got war coming to our country because old boy done pissed people off. I don't know with the whole tariffs and everything going crazy right now. And, you know, the whole thing with us in China is not good. When you telling them to get out the U.S. and they telling you to get out of their country, that's already telling you it's not a good deal. People think that our military is what it once was. I'm going to be honest. Granted, I'm very thankful to our military, but we aren't what we think we are. And that's just something I'm going to tell you. A lot of us think that our military, we the biggest and baddest on the block. We are not the biggest and baddest on the block. We also have the financial issue based on what has happened with COVID. And I know that is going to, I worked in banking too long. I worked even in the stock market too long. And I'm going to tell you, what we saw in the housing market crash just to bounce back, that's bad. And I don't know, here's my other thing. It could be a culmination of everything. I believe that we may have war come to our shores. I'm not shocked if that happens. North Korea, I don't know if y'all watching right now, but something is up with the brother because the sister's taking over. And I had told, and I said to my dad, because my dad, somebody sent it to me. I'm not going to say who sent it to me, but one of my Christian sisters sent me, and I had told my dad when I first saw the sister, like a while back, his sister, the old boy's sister, I said, she worse than he is. That sister right there is off the chain. I could just look at her, and I'm like, she worse than he is. And right now, they have her taking over a lot of stuff right now. Something's up with the brother. I don't know, health-wise, something's up with the brother. There was some prophetic things said about what was going to come to him, and I don't doubt that what's going to happen with him. But the sister is worse than the brother. I'm not telling you ifs, ands, or buts. Not a doubt in my mind. Old boy is kissing butt with Russia because he loves them, but Russia don't love us. And this is all a setup. And they got who they want in there who they can puppeteer because he's all, cozy with old boy. And I don't know if that's going to bite us in the butt. Them and China together could join up. And I had a dream about that, about them. I won't get into that on this channel. And then my concern also is what happens when COVID and the flu hit together at the same time. I know that he is forcing his hand on kind of like Russia, trying to push a vaccine out here. Girl, bye. Y'all ain't tested that vaccine long enough for me to stand in line. No, hell to the no. So, y'all, I want to see tests, and I need some longevity, because then all of a sudden, when folks are sick and dying from whatever you from the vaccine opposed to the COVID, I mean, at least with COVID, you might have a chance. It's not good if you get it, but hey. But if you get some vaccine that adds some more on to COVID, or job, bye, and more to hell bye. And you just rushing it because you just want to tell people and give them, I call it the air. You know how you on a plane and the mask fall down? Y'all don't understand. That's what they doing a lot. They giving y'all some masks, some air masks, in order to make you relax. Kaiser's a good company, by the way. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Chicago BBW. I'm not a cat person, but I will go ahead and get those posted for you. Oh, that's weird. That's what I thought too, Wendy. I thought that, oh boy, the sister was running stuff more than any. Okay, we on the same page. That's what I told my dad. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Blue Cross Blue Shield is the best insurance company in the nation. They the number one insurance carrier. Who's it? I think they number one. I think United Healthcare is number two. Aetna's number three. But when you go, as far as Kaiser's concerned, like in Kaiser is a phenomenal company. Actually, when I was working for Apria Healthcare, which was a DME company, a durable medical equipment company, I used to help a lot of Kaiser people, the Kaiser actual internal, and I used to help a lot of their management with stuff, with orders. And one of the ladies who was in management, she told me, she said, if you ever move here to California, I will give you a job. You just keep my information. We just built that kind of rapport. She said, I love your style on the phone. I love you. Extend yourself. She says, you somebody who has a heart to help people. She says, you need a job. You let me know. If you ever decide to move here to California. And I said, yeah, I have no desire to live in California. Zero. Now, I don't mind going through for vacation and love to go down there and get some sushi, but that's about it. I'm good. I'm cool on California. You can keep it. As a kid, that's where everybody wanted to live. But you can have Californication. You can keep them. The traffic, the weirdness, everything that's coming to them, they got a lot of judgment coming to them. That's why they got that burning up. God forbid. I pray for them, but that's why they got a lot of stuff they done had happen. And I'm not about earthquakes. I really don't want no ground shaking. I'm good. I felt an aftermath here years ago, but I'm good. I don't want no ground shaking. But yeah, the bins I need to order that shelf you saw where I did my food storage, which I'm going to go by there in a minute and show y'all. That I need to order another one of those. They got those on sale right now. I'm gonna have to get the silver one because the silver, and I'm cheap, y'all. I probably should stay with the same thing, but the silver industrial shelves is $3 cheaper. So I'm going with the $3 cheaper, and I'm gonna buy the silver one for this hallway. Might later on add a couple more and put them in this room. The water totes I'm getting are 5-gallon totes because I'm in an apartment, and what I gotta do is I'm gonna fill them up from the tub and store them in this room. Just if something natural happens, because you look at what's going on, and people didn't expect just even the natural disasters to come in as far as it came inland, and now they without power. I don't know how their water is even. The water might even be impacted, and just imagine if something bad happens, everything might lose power. So you need to take contingencies for everything, and I just think back. Which I think now I see as a kid, the blessing of having the grandmothers I did. And both my grandmothers, obviously my grandparents are Depression era people. They grew up in the Depression. So it's like Monty's dad told him, he said, it wasn't that we didn't have food and it wasn't that we didn't have housing. He said, there wasn't no money. We didn't have no money. So the how we barter for goods now is that you pay with your money in order to get the goods or services. Well, that wasn't available. And it's funny because his father told him, he said, the next time this happens, it's going to be worse. And he said, well, I won't say what he said, but he said a certain persuasion of people, he said, them folks is going to be off the chain because they are so already privileged that they will become violent in order to take care of their own. And basically just watching how they are, he was absolutely right. and I'm not being mean, I'm going to say all, but a good majority of them have a certain mindset. It's like I went to the restaurant the other day to get pho while I was waiting for him to do, and I don't normally go, but I had to be out the apartment for an hour and a half after he came through and did his spray. And then also I had him, they come and did some wiring stuff too. And I'm just trying to get just little things done, because once I'm in here, and I don't want nobody coming in bugging me after that. I don't want, but he came, I got whiskers, y'all. I got whiskers coming now. When I went over there, I have to be at the house for an hour or something, and I tried to just plan everything at the same time. Well, I went to the little hole in the wall pho house, and the first time I went, there was a little, and I went and I just sat down at the table in the corner. I try to stay away because I don't like being in buildings right now. One of the other things about COVID, if y'all don't know, and I knew it was an airborne virus. They was trying to hem and haw with everybody, but I knew that crap was an airborne virus. But if it gets in the ventilation system, it just circulates. And that was one of the things Cuomo in New York was trying to warn people. That's why he asked for, now I think he was putting in for certain filtration systems in the schools, and was even saying with the restaurants. And that's why a lot of times it's better to eat, if you can find some place, be outside. Don't be inside. If you have to go to a public place to eat or pick up, be outside. You do not want to sit in there inside if you can avoid it. But when I went into the restaurant, there was only a few people in. Like, I think there was 3 tables, and that place used to be packed, and there were 3 tables of people. So, and I was one of the 3. But one of the guys, he was sitting in there, certain persuasion, gun on his hip. Arizona, we're an open carry state, so you can have a gun. That's one of the things I do. I can't remember if I have one in storage or not, or I don't know. We'll have to see. Because I used to have 2 of my grandfather's old guns, but I had something happened with one of my storage units. I can't remember what happened. I'm old now. I lost the storage unit somehow. Anyway, and I think it was in there, and I don't know if I have the other one, because I had a 38 and I had a 9mm. But anyway, we'll see. Let me see what y'all say. California sucks. I mean, it's beautiful to visit. I just wouldn't want to live there. The prices it's overly priced. Right now, folks crazy as hell. I mean, honestly, if I probably could pick up and go somewhere where it was country area, be near a stream, and be green, that's where I would be. But Arizona right now is where I work, and it affords me. This apartment is cheap. Right now, I don't know where I could go right now in the country or anywhere and get something for $665 a month. So. Everything's cheap what I'm paying right now. But I'll put the bins up, and then I'll show y'all. I'll take y'all out here in a minute and show y'all what I'm doing before this ends. I'll show you what I'm doing. But yeah, I do recommend store up. What I've been doing is anywhere from 2 to 4 types of cans every pay period. Oh, the other thing I've been using, I showed you the one my sister gave me. But there was a Christian lady, and her family are doing this. It's set for 2 people, so you would just have to double it up. But it's a 52-week check sheet, and I'll have to see if I can put the link below. And what I did first was I went to see what I had on hand, and then I check off as I go. And what this is supposed to do is supposed to be for 2 people. So if you have more than 2 people, you just double or triple or whatever you need to do to make it more. And don't get me wrong, she doesn't cover everything, but she does some good essentials. So I started in week 33, and I started working the list backwards and then forward. And so I'm just getting what I can. Like, she tells you about yeast. Tells you about tuna, pasta, rice, beans, peanut butter, oatmeal, canned fruit, chili soup, bouillon, rice, Tums. She doesn't cover everything because there's other things you need to get. So cold medicine, flu medicine. One of the things, this is another company I use. Let me see, and I just contacted them. I was like, hey, I don't even know the living room. Oh, yeah, it's here. I'm going to be ordering from them, Purity and Pride. So I've been ordering from them. I saw these guys years ago in the newspaper. I mean, back when I was in my 20s, and they used to run little ads where they would sell vitamins for 99 cents a bottle. And that just really got you hooked, and then you get them. So, but they always do a buy 1, get 1, or buy 2. In this case, they're doing a buy 1, get 2 free. So I'm going to order my supplements in here. So what I'm also doing is getting supplements in here that will help with diabetes, with high blood pressure, with inflammation, anything that you have issues with. There are always supplements that can help. So if there's a hiccup in your meds, you might have another way of getting what you need. So I'm doing that too. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been kind of doing, is going through and just really getting myself set up for storage. And like I said, mainly it's for me, but at the same time, I have to consider that Grumpy might try to make his way out here, because the way he was talking on the phone with me, how you feel? Ninja, you know you don't care about how I feel. Hey, V. Griffith, what's up, baby? You know, I'm like, you don't care nothing about how I feel. So I knew something was up. Then he told me, you know, I was dream building. And I was thinking, you know, if I had the money, I might buy you a truck and then hook up one of them smokers to it. And then I would bring it out there to you. And you know, I just want some barbecue from it. What you got planned? And I realized, because like I said, I told y'all in the last video, I warned him. I said, Monty, you need to get food in that house. Something more is coming. I'm telling you, something more is coming. I said, I done had 3 back-to-back dreams dealing with food. Now, it ain't me sitting down grubbing on some good food. It's me getting bad food. In the first 2 dreams, it was bad food. So food, the friend threw me a bad piece of fruit. The next one is me and my mother marching out a raw chicken to the trash. And the third one was me in line wanting some fish, fried fish at some restaurant. And when I got up to the counter, the man said, we out of fish. And I'm pissed, because I'm thinking, why did you put that on that sign while we was in this long behind line? And when I woke up, I'm like, Lord, what's this dream about? And everything in me said, it's all going to come without warning. So whatever is about to happen, is just when it happens, it's not going to be no warning with it. And for the folks who ain't been given the unctioning to do what I'm doing right now, they going to be in bad shape. And those who have been given the unctioning or warned by people, like I warned Monty, they going to be in bad shape. Because when I contacted them, I got me some canned beans and some sardines. I'm telling you, he probably got 5 cans of beans up in that cabinet, if he did that. And he got some sardines. I said, Ninja, sardines are a snack, not a meal. That's all. And I know, so what Monty is doing, if something goes bad, he's looking at contingency plans on where he can come out to. Micheline, what's up? He's looking for contingency plans on where he can come to in order to hang his hat so he can have some food to eat. And that's instead of doing what he should do. And unfortunately, and I don't mean to be mean, but it kind of be a burden, because Monty don't do nothing. My grandfather, my mother's father, used to use a word called trifling. And my father is trifling. He lazy as hell. So, you know, all he wants to do is sit there and look, you know, his most he gonna do is go to the trash, take the trash out, and then sit there. And he thinks different. He thinks really weird. His thinking is just bizarre. Yeah, it's bizarre. Because I was telling him about one of my mentees, and she was talking about, because I contacted her and I said, look, you got kids. And all I know is I got a sense, and I've been having dreams, something's coming. Get some food stocked up in that house. Don't go in there and clean out all the Walmart or all the grocery store. If there's 10 cans on the shelf, don't take all 10 cans, y'all. If it's 2 of y'all, take maybe 2 or take 4. You know, leave 6, because there's somebody else who needs to get at least a couple. And that's kind of how I've been doing mine, 2 to 4 every time I go get the groceries. And that's how I've been building that shelf up in there. Unless I go through Costco, I've been buying bulk out of Costco. I'm starting to get my canned chicken from Costco, because I ain't really trusting right now a lot of stuff from certain stores, because if y'all don't know, once Trump, he made that forced thing for the meat companies to produce meat, he also did some deregulation on some of the health requirements of the meat companies. So you can now process a chicken with, I think it's called leukosis, which is a kind of like cancerous for chickens, and it can be transferred to human. You can process it, and you can process it with tumors and stuff, and they got I'm good, I'm cool, And I told y'all I picked up from one of the major chicken places, and I couldn't eat chicken for a while. I got canned chicken. I got it. I haven't actually bought any. Only meat that I bought was lamb, and I might buy some more lamb. I done actually went and researched. Micheline, I'm weak, bro. Clean said, no, thank you. I'll remain vegan. Oh, and that might be why I've been doing more of a vegetarian stuff. Don't get me wrong, I do meat. I have, well, meat in the sorts of fish. So right now in my freezer, I have 3 packages of Alaskan wild pollock. And that's not one of my top favorite fishes, but Costco had it. Usually you get those 12 packs of fish patties. They run about $13 a pack. I seems dirty. They run about $13 a pack. And Costco had it for, what do they have it for? A.V. Griffin, they had it for, what did they have it for? $6. And so this, I don't think it's a new product because I didn't even never saw this, and this is new. And I bought 3 packages because that's a good deal. And they had them for like $5, $6 something. It had a big, nice coupon off, and I went ahead and bought 3 packages of them bad boys because my normal salmon patties are like $13, and those ones I really like, the mahi ones I told y'all taste like you was eating a steak. The mahi ones are about $13, $14. No, the salmon patties are. Y'all gonna make me look. Hold on, let me look, cause I'm gonna look. Now I gotta look. Where's my Instacart? Hold on, I'm looking, y'all. Let me go look. Instacart. I'll let y'all know in a minute. Instacart, it's coming up. Y'all see that? That's Instacart. Okay. Costco. Hold on, let me see. Let's see here. Salmon. So the salmon pat, they went up because it was like 18. It's $19.59, so they don't went up on that. So $19.59 for the packages, and then the mahi burgers I get. Yeah, they went up. The mahi ones, let's see if they got them. I don't know if they got them. I ain't seen them. Mahi patties. Okay, hold on, let's see if they got them. Oh, they out of stock on them. See, some other people done figured it out. The mahi patties was on hit. See, I done told y'all, and y'all done went and bought my mahi patties up. So the mahi patties, they don't have them in stock right now. But the Alaskan burgers, those are $19.59. Mahi patties is on hit. I hope they get them back, because that was one of my favorites. Hold on, let me see. Because it should say my items. It should be in my list. That was one of my favorites. The mahi patties. Let's see if they got them in here. Okay, those are the Alaskan ones. I'm looking for the mahi patties. The black bean burgers too. Sometimes I'll have those on sale. I bought those. Looking for the mahi and see if they got them in here. Yeah, it was 100 ounces of pine sol. They were $13.29. I'm going through my list right now. And I be getting my spices through there. Usually every payday when I order something from them, I get spices from them. They out of my my smoothie blend. The mahi burgers. Yeah, that bad. I hope they out of stock right now. Them bad boys is on hit. And I can't remember what I paid, but I love them. My Famous Dave's spicy pickles, that's one of my favorites. They out of stock. And they had and I didn't buy it at the time. The other thing that I really enjoyed was the E.D. Smith mixed berry spread. And I got 1 jar in the fridge, and then I got 1 jar under the cabinet. That is very good. And what I do like about it, it's reduced sugar, but it's packed full of flavor. It's not, especially being diabetic, it's not overly sweet. And so I love that on a PB&J. That's really good. And it's got chunks of fruit, chunks of berries. Very, very good. And then I've been buying the Kinder's 10.75 ounce. I think I got all of them that they carry. Excuse me. Now, and then I have, I bought all the Kinders that they have. Every version they had a Kinder seasoning. And then I've been starting to buy the Kirkland seasoning. And then I got their organic, no salt seasoning. I just bought that. Oh, I got mine cheaper. I got my nasal spray and I got the bulk, which is, I forgot how many. I got 520 sprays. I'm gonna buy some more of their chopped garlic, put that under the cabinet. I bought the tahini. So every payday I try to buy. I'm buying bulk. I'm buying bulk, and I'm trying to decide. I have to see between Walmart and them because my Louisiana and my white rice came from Louisiana. I'm not getting anything from China right now. I love the Chinese folks, but y'all pissed off. Old boy done pissed y'all off, and I know y'all pissed off at him, and I know right now y'all might look at all of us. So love y'all, but I'm cool on your stuff right now. So if it come from America, Thailand, Vietnam, I'm cool with them. But China right now, I don't know. Y'all might be trying to pack some stuff up in there and jack us up because y'all pissed at old boy. So I'm avoiding the drama. Shanoon is avoiding the drama. Yes, I am. But yeah, anything from Kinder's I've been pretty much picking up. I'm not really a mayonnaise fan, but it was on sale. So anything that they have, if they have a sale, I buy it. I like their Victoria marinara, and I just recently bought, they had an organic butternut pasta sauce. I bought 2 of those. I may try one of those. And then because I am not doing certain meat, I feel you. Only way that I do get stuff from there, like if it's hard stuff that comes from Amazon, because it's been sitting in the storage house for a minute, prayerfully. Y'all sorry. I'll just keep it real. It's been sitting in the storehouse, so if it got any virus or bio, whatever they got going on, hopefully it's off of there. Y'all. But yeah, I've been doing that, and I did get these little dumpling things, and they were good, but they were on sale, so I bought those. They were really good. And then they had a garlic and jalapeno. I love green olives, so they had a garlic and jalapeno stuffed green olives. I went through that jar in almost a day and a half because I love that. And then they have clamato. I don't know about no plastic fake rice. I got mine from Louisiana, so I'm cool on it. The rice that came through Costco, what I started doing, I want to know where the beans, I want to know where the rice come from. Now, I have a little Asian store I go up here that's next to an old Vietnamese pho place that I like to eat at back in the day, and I ain't been in there in a while because I love their pho too. But that place the whole little plaza is Vietnamese. I think there's a little place on the end that does Chinese food, but the Chinese food ain't good because it's Vietnamese. It's some Vietnamese people trying to make Chinese food. Y'all need to just go and keep it to the Vietnamese food because your version of the Chinese food is nasty. So, they have a Vietnamese store in there. So I get my ramen noodles. If I want to do I did ramen this morning for breakfast. I posted that on the community page, a brunch. If I go in there, I went and I did that for breakfast and breakfast brunch. It was about 10 o'clock this morning. And Tony came out, the guy who did my back. I'm going to take y'all to go see that here in a minute. When Tony came out, I went and after he left, and I did my disinfectant because he came in. Y'all, I'm going to say something to y'all. Let me talk to you. Let's talk about masks, okay? I'm going to talk to y'all about masks. Let me put the thing back up. So I need to talk to y'all about masks because y'all, I be looking at y'all going, what are you doing? If you are wearing a mask, the whole purpose of the mask is to cover up all of this down. The mask is not meant to just cover your mouth because your nose also produces particulates. Yes, it does. It produces moisture. Okay, like right now, I'm kind of draining because of my allergies, and it's moist inside my nose. I need to go do my saline treatment. I haven't done it yet. But when you're breathing, whether it's from your mouth or from your nose, it is breathing moisture particulates, which is how COVID can transmit. So let's talk. So when you have your mask on, your mask needs to come up over your nose. Okay? When Tony came to the door, he's so sweet. His mask is right here. Now, when he saw my mask was up here. Then he pulled his up. But your mask needs to cover everything. Yes, it needs to cover the nose down. So please, I be seeing people in the store and the mask be here. I'm like, y'all might as well take the mask. You might as well just take it off. Spread and receive. Spread and receive. Because you're going to get it through your nose or give it through your nose. So, wear the mask over the nose and cover up the nose down, okay? I just want to say that. Yeah. I'll be sitting up here, I'm going, the babies. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let me see what y'all done see. Ooh, so Micheline, Mama tried those patties from Costco? B. Griffith said, don't forget about the plastic fake rice. Mama tried, the Maui patties is on hit. See, y'all, when they come back on, I'll put the link. I don't know, I should research and see if you can get them anywhere else. Honey, when I first cooked them, I smelt this smell in the house. I was like, it smelled like I'm cooking a steak. I go in there and lift up the little lid. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, because it was a fish patty. And then it was the first time I ordered, and I turned it over. I'm just doing it in the pan, and I was going to make my fish tacos with it. And I did make it, but woo, you don't need no seasoning. They already see. Oh, look, I didn't even look on the back of the package. I don't know what they put in there. Crack cocaine. I don't know. It smelled good and it tastes good. And even when I bit into it, I was like, oh my God. I don't know who said to themselves, we need to make a fish taste like a steak. You's a winner. you win. Because them Maui fish patties from Costco, I'll pay some $20 for them. I've gotten them cheaper, but I'll pay $20 for them bad boys. Girl, tell your mama, she know. If you ain't had them, you need to go on over there and just get you one. If you, woo, baby. I wish I had some chickens where I could get fresh eggs. Wendy, I do. I really do. Oh, Miss Lynn, you said you're vegan, so you don't even eat fish then. Do you not eat fish? I like fish. Yeah, I've actually even researched out here, if you're going to do meat, I've researched out here either halal and or kosher places. So if y'all don't know the difference, so the halal is the version of kosher. So it's the Muslim version of kosher. So how they render their animals, how they care for their animals, how their animals are raised. They are very, very persnickety. So as soon as I read the article about what Trump did as far as what he was letting these chicken factories and meat factories do with meat, I was like, oh, I'm so cool. So like right now, and what came to me, I've been mainly doing fish. And I don't want fish farmed out of Asia. So I even watch where my tuna comes from. Thailand, stuff like that, I'm okay with. But I would prefer right now that everything I get is as close to America or in America as possible. So like I ordered those packages of the, when I go in there, I'll see if I can show you. The pollock, and pollock's okay. It's not like one of my top favorite fish, but it's Alaskan wild caught pollock fish. And they have that, it's from a company called Trident. So they have that on there. And so I'm cool on that. They came from Alaska. So I bought 3 packages of them. And then, like I said, they were almost half the price because they had, I think it was $5 or $6 off and it came to $6. And they were running about $13, $14, which is what the Maui used to go for. But now they got the Maui up to $20 and they out of stock. And I saw them there, but I was like, I didn't buy them. So I don't know if they'll get some more in, but if they do, I'm going to order them. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now with food though, and animals. I don't know if y'all watching, and I watch these guys called the Two Preachers, and I'm looking at trying to post it on a Christian channel, but I like to always research where the information coming from, or that there's other sources that support what they're showing. They go around the world and show things that are happening. So they've been on point with the natural disasters, but 3 or 4 weeks ago, they did a video showing how in Africa, parts of Africa, the elephants are just killing over and dying. Actually, they showed one, this elephant just laid down on its side and died. And they're finding all these dead elephants, and it's not poachers because they still have the tusks, but they're finding them all throughout this area of Africa just laid over dead. They have some, I forgot what country they were in, that they showed video footage of a fish farm. And the fish were just, all of a sudden, these fish just, bloop, like, and all these fish. Um, Somewhere in Russia, they were showing like the pigeons were just falling over dead on the rooftops. This guy's on the roof in Russia. I forgot what city it was in Russia, and he's picking up these birds and just putting them in bags of birds. The pigeons and stuff are just dying. But there's different countries where all of a sudden lately, these animals are just falling over dead. So there's something coming in conjunction with food. Somewhere, I forgot where he was at, this guy was a beekeeper. Now, we already knew that there was an issue with bees, but he's a beekeeper. So bees, beekeepers usually keep bees coming. That's not a problem. Honey, he's got boxes where the bees are just, all of a sudden, they just fly out the thing and just die. I was like, what the hell? So, like I said, God is talking. Everybody need to be listening. But if you ain't listening, we'll be unto you. Because I'm like, woo-wee. God is not pleased. He is not pleased with mankind right now. Here, let me see what's going on. Plastic fake rice. You funny to me. Girl, Micheline, they better be like them pigs in Asia. I saw some Asian folks get off a plane or whatever. I don't know where they was coming from. Them kids was in some hazmat. They had hazmat suits, goggles, and a Mac. Girl, bye. Look, I'm feeling the love. I put that, man, look, all we doing is the hazmat, or the mask. Girl, bye. I put my glasses on, I put my mask on, and in and out the peak. That's why I'm trying to get up to Walmart. As soon as I get off work Thursday morning, I'm gonna be dressed, ready to go. Call my Lyft over to Walmart. I'm gonna go ahead and do my shopping. By the time I get done running through that store, the customer service folks should be open. I'm gonna go get my money order and get the hell up out of there. Micheline, the garden didn't do good. That's why I had to do the fabric curtain. I'm western facing. I'm gonna take y'all back there in a minute, and I'm probably gonna end this live because how long we been on here? Oh yeah, we've been on here an hour. I'm western facing for the garden. And so what happened is my tomato plants, everything grew up. Everything grew like my tomato plants came up really good. You'll see the bean plant is still over there. The corn didn't even do good. When corn says it's done, corn just said it was started going. I was like, ooh wee. The heat back there was so intense. I had a lot of leaf curl. I also need to get a better drip system back there. So it's going to take a little bit of money, and that's just, it's not been the massive focus. I'm trying to get a fall garden in there. But I need extra soil. I'm going to get manure this time and put that in there and amend it. I need to get some perlite, for out there. And then I'm going to I've been following this guy called Urban Garden. He's really good. He's got a drip system he uses, and his all was raised bed gardening as well, because he was in a rental home, I think it is, and he just bought his first house somewhere in the California area. I think he's in San Diego somewhere. I'm in zone, I think it's 9B, 9A is my gardening zone. So even in the winter months, because of how the heat is here in Arizona, the lowest we get to here in Arizona when it's cold is 30 degrees, maybe. Our summer was so hot that, and it wasn't, the temperature gauge read like 115, but I'm going to tell you right now, whatever's going on with our planet, that wasn't no typical 115. I'm a native. I grew up here. I'm born in Tempe, Arizona. I'm born here. On my birthday, the 26th of June, back when we had that 120-some degree weather, that happened on my birthday. That's the hottest it has been here in Arizona, okay? I will tell you the heat that I have felt, the 115 typical temperatures we had, didn't feel like that. It felt like it was 120 something. And even though the temperature gauges show that it's supposed to be 115, child bye. It felt like it's 120 something out there. It's hot as hell. So, what I'm doing, let me change these in here too. What I'm doing is I'm going to, I put up the shade cloth, and I may have to get an umbrella for part of it. The shade cloth did not cover all of the garden, but it did 8'10" of it. And again, it's not a big patio, but it's decent. And so that actually should help. And so I'm going to try to replant tomatoes. I got no tomatoes. I had like little ones come up, and the plant it just couldn't handle the heat, and the little ones didn't even really fully mature. So all the tomato plants have been pretty much ripped out. What you're gonna see when I take you out there is mainly a lot of weeds. My pea plant was doing pretty good. I got like maybe 4 or 5 lungs on it, but that plant should produce abundance of lungs. And what hit me on that was not so much the heat, although it has had an issue now. It was the ants. And I had a lot of the red little sugar type ants. So the pest control guy, even though I was trying to do it more organic, I just had him go out there. I was like, look, if you got something for them ants, let's get them. So he went out there and he sprayed. I said, and it is a garden. I'm going to be growing food back there. So he sprayed something that shouldn't really impact, but it's not really technically organic. And it knocked them ants out. I had like maybe one lone bee who was out there every so often. I had only gotten 2 cucumbers off of the cucumber plant before it just gave way to the heat. The plant that actually is doing the best out there, which of course potatoes do good in heat, is my sweet potato plant. So I haven't even opened it up to see what I've got as far as sweet potatoes. I'm just gonna let it keep growing. But that plant it's like you'll see that what you see covering the ground when we go out there is literally my sweet potato plant. I have a pepper plant. It has not produced any peppers. It's also struggling with leaf curl. It has had flowers. I don't know if the pepper plant has to be pollinated. Tomatoes are self-pollinating. You don't have to pollinate tomatoes. You can kind of tap them and they just self-pollinate. But they don't need to. They don't really need to. They automatically. The pepper plant. I thought pepper plants were the same thing. What's the other plant? The squash plant. My squash plant did need to be pollinated. And it would produce the little thing and then they would die off because it wasn't getting pollinated by any bees. So I gotta get out there and try to see if I'm gonna be behind the 8 ball a little bit because usually you want to start your fall garden in August. I'm not gonna have the money until probably end of September, October. So probably end of the month, I'm gonna go pick up some more dirt, manure, and then go ahead and at least get it started, and then I'll just have to gradually bring in the drip system and just keep watering manually, which is also another thing. You know, trying to find consistent watering. Drip systems are a lot better because you can set them on a timer. And my other apartment complex, I had a drip system and it worked perfectly. I set them bad boys on that timer, and before you knew it, I started the first time I started the garden, it didn't do as well. I got stuff, but I didn't do as well. And then when I started, I added a mister system and I added a dripping system. And I would put those on a timer and my plants took off. Matter of fact, I had a head of broccoli about this big that came up. So before you knew it, I had a plethora of tomatoes, green, red, orange. What else did I grow? I had broccoli. I had a little watermelon that came up. I forgot what else I grew. I grew a lot of stuff out there. I had a really nice little garden going. And matter of fact, I used to make roasted salsa just from that little garden on the smoker. So, but I got some things right now. My main thing though is getting the house in a mood for if there's an emergency. I've been doing my toilet paper just like my grandma. I've gone back to some very old-fashioned stuff. It was funny because I watched another lady. And she said that everybody's been 3 months. I'm thinking, no, y'all better do 6, 7 months. Hell, you might try to get it up to a year because whatever's coming, it's going to last a minute. Especially with old boy with no emotions in office. He don't give a damn about, he don't care about your life. All he cares about is his status. That baby is something else. Man, Diesel, what's up? Long time no see, homie. So I've gotten in here. Get your stock of your supplies up. I know, and it's not. I don't. And I tell people, y'all might think I'm crazy, and if y'all later on that I've been warning. And my aunt, like I told you, my last time, my aunt's an educator. That woman has a bachelor's and a master's. Her bachelor's from ASU. Her master's is from University of Arizona. She's she's a retired educator now. She's teacher of the year out in Nashville. My aunt, that woman is probably the most logical person. And when I told her, I said, Aunt Rose, I've been having dreams, and I got to sense something's coming. I said, and this was all through text, chat. I still got it on my phone. And my aunt said to me, baby, I don't think you're wrong. It's funny you contacted me today because earlier today I was telling friends of mine that something is giving me this feeling to store. And so my aunt, she has a house, she has a rental house, she has property out in Tennessee. Nice properties too. Matter of fact, you talk about blessed. That tornado that went through Tennessee not that long ago, her area was called an up and coming area. Now it's a lot of Anglo folks in there, and they've been trying to buy her house from her because it was a predominantly black neighborhood at one point. She has this house I'm in love with. It's an old school house. It's huge with the wraparound country porch that wraps around out in Tennessee. Gorgeous. She had it totally redone as best she could. It used to have copper piping, but one of her tenants went in there and did some really negative stuff to it. But she rented it out. Well, the Anglo folks is now wanting to buy this property from her, and they're offering her some good money for it. She won't sell it, which I'm happy she won't, because it's a beautiful piece of property. But that house, when that tornado went through, it went through the neighborhood where that house is. Her house is the only one left standing. I said, "Oh, you need to go do a church dance." Her rental house was the only one. The man who was the insurance agent, they contacted her because they said, "Hey, we're going out there looking at all the claims, and you're one of our people. We'd like to just book this all at once." The man called my aunt from the property. He said, "What do you do, ma'am?" And she said, "I'm a retired school teacher." He said, "You must be a really good lady." And she said, because my aunt had a car accident, so she's been like not been able to walk real well. So she's, I don't know if she's on a scooter or not, but her back got really messed up. And so she wasn't able to go check the property. And he said, "You must be a really good person." And she says, "What do you mean?" He said, "Ma'am, your house is the only one standing in this neighborhood without even being touched. Without being even touched." He said, "Your property, the house, nothing was touched by that tornado. And if I took pictures of this neighborhood right now, the entire neighborhood is tore up." And my aunt's house was the only one that wasn't touched. I was like, "Girl, you need to go on up to the church and lay at the altar and do a dance." Whatever you need to do, because Jesus said blood on the doorpost of that house. That's what he did. He said he just let the death angel and the tornado just skip over. But her house is the only one left standing. So, and she's even getting more money offers because they're going to rebuild that neighborhood with more of them folks. But anyway, it's cute. And it's cute too. It's cute. Having a park, that wraparound porch. When I saw the wraparound porch, and I think it has that tin roof on. Girl, the house is gorgeous. She took me by all her properties, showed me where everything was at, because I think me and my brothers are beneficiaries. So she showed me. I know that she has another piece of property that's on this mountain. She got it on sale. She said, "Well, it was on sale, baby, and it was a really good deal, so I bought it." And I'm like, and my grandfather, he was a property person, so she said, "I just went back to what Daddy did." And when I went through the divorce, because when she went through the divorce, she had to rebuild from the ground up. And so, because when she told me what she went through, I mean, this woman is sleeping on, my aunt, who's very bougie, sleeping on the floor on sleeping bags to get away from the crazy husband. And that said a lot. That's when you know you want to get out, is when you just go and grab your stuff, grab the kid, and you get some sleeping bags and move into an apartment. That's when you say, "I'm leaving the house, I'm leaving the furniture, I'm done with your crazy behind," which she should have done years before, but that's okay. Everybody got to go through to wake up. Everybody got to go through and wake up. But, and she rebuilt from that to where she has the house she has today, which is in a very nice neighborhood in Franklin, Tennessee. Franklin? What's the name of that town? It's just a suburb of Nashville. It's a really nice little neighborhood, though. Beautiful house. Big backyard. I would have such a garden back there. I mean, funny. Even though the deers jump over the fence, though. The deers. And when we went through the neighborhood, the deer was walking. But this house, the one property she has is on a mountain. And I mean a mountain. And these houses that are up there remind me of like Cali, how Cali has those edgeless. One of them was building one of them edgeless pools on the top of them, big houses. And most of the people in that neighborhood are like doctors and lawyers and whatever else, entertainment folks. And I was like, "When did you buy this?" And they building, while I was there, they were building these huge houses on this mountain. And I'm like, "When did you buy?" Because she's sitting on some stuff. The woman is intelligent. She's smart. She's smart. My aunt is smart. But she's like, "Baby, I don't think you're wrong. I just got off the phone with some of my girlfriends other teachers and stuff. And she said, and doctors, and she could start, again, those educated folks, they tend to want to hang with educated folks. So she like, and they saying they getting this, but something just telling them. She said, I don't know, I just think maybe. I'm like, whatever you think, as long as the Lord wakes you up, I just know something is coming. That's all. That's what I do know. Something is coming. All right, y'all, let me take you for this walk, because we done been on here an hour and 20 minutes. Hold on. Y'all don't see the house. Hey, Shay E, what's up? All right, this is my room. Y'all see it right now. When I stand up, y'all, I'm old. And I had taken a fall. When I took that fall, my hip is funky. So here, if y'all see this, see if we can zoom out. All right, so Wendy, these are the beans, and y'all can see the rice in there. And they come with a scoop, and it's two parts, the bottom and the top, plus the rollers. I'll put that up for you later. I also use this stuff called Odoban, which I get through, you can get it through Costco, and you can get it through Sam's Club. Sam's Club is the eucalyptus original scent, but Costco has the lavender scent. And I mainly do Costco, but I'm probably going to be doing a Sam's haul here. Eventually, I'll let y'all see what that is later. When bleach was out, it came back to Costco. And when it came back to Costco, I bought the blue box on top. It's 121 ounce, each one of those bottles. It was $17. Joe and his brother went to Restaurant Depot, and he got the Clorox on the bottom, which is a germicidal. Same things, both of those are listed by EPA.gov that will kill the virus. Now, I don't know if the Odoban kills the virus. It is a 99.9. They are testing to see if it kills it. It does kill, I think, an aspect of the COVID virus, but they don't know if it does COVID-19. So when you guys are seeing that 99.9, it's not Escobar. So this is the living room. I'm still working on stuff here. I got an air fryer. That's how my laundry normally comes in. That's the other thing. I threw a shirt down there I got to put in my bin. And in the corner here, I know this looks a mess. And I keep my egg cartons because you can use those. And I'm keeping the milk cartons, and I cut it out. You can use it to grow lettuce. So some of that's going to get recycled. And then this is the mess over here I got to deal with. That's more of the laundry. And that's my new little bookshelf that's messy that I'm going through organization stuff. So y'all can see, I'm honest, I'm working on stuff. So here is my organization for what I have going on in the kitchen, okay? So I got 8 cases of water. Every payday I was just buying 1. Now I'm buying 2 cases to get that stock up. But I need more shelving. So I'm going to buy another one of those shelving units, but I'm not buying that one. And my kitchen doesn't have a lot of counter space. We're going to the back. Hold on. I'll take y'all back here. So the garden is kind of needs some work. If you see those silver packages, I'm going to be using those for plants. Since we're back here, and y'all can see, oh, Tony pulled that out. He didn't put it back. Put it back. All right. All right. So you see the leaf curl a little bit on the pepper plant, and I'm putting some water, but you see that big plant on the ground? That's over there in the corner. That is a sweet potato plant. So the sweet potato plant, it is growing. That's an okra plant. He's doing some stuff. I don't know how he'll do. We'll see. I haven't gone in there to see what all he got going on. I'll get over there. But on the ground, this is all the sweet potato plant growing. Those are the longs, and they were doing really good, but now they're not doing good, and that's one of the old corn plants. I haven't pulled it out yet. But that's the longs, and the longs were getting eat up by the ants, so I don't know how that's going to do. That's weeds in the corner. This is a marigold. And I got some ginger over there. The ginger is growing. The mint is growing. And that's a marigold. So I'm going to redo all the pots. Get out here. But Tony put up, let me move back, my old maintenance guy. And that's the Amazon box I got to throw away. But y'all can see he put the shade cloth up. So the shade cloth is now up. So he put that up for me. And then I got to cut, those are weeds over there. I got to cut those down. This is how bad the heat is. The weeds over in this corner are wilting. That's how bad the weeds are. I mean, the heat is. So this has helped. I just got it in today. Hold on, y'all. We heading back in. And I bought mung beans. I'm growing my own bean sprouts in the house. Hold on. So, there you go. My beans fry just threw some bowls over there to wipe down the oven. Ooh, y'all, let me turn this around. It's hot. I'm here in the living room. And I'll turn y'all around. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, there we go. So y'all just took a tour, a mini tour of some of what I'm doing. Once I get the furniture in, the goal, depending on money. So the pest control guy comes in. His last visit for just the pre-treats that I wanted for this apartment before I bring everything in will be this Friday coming up. That's his last time coming in. Once I bring, then I'm going to bring it in. I think I'm going to aim for October. I just don't know. Did I move again? No, I just never did bring my stuff in. I'm still in the same apartment. This the same apartment that I was in when I first got back here. So, okay, Shay, you haven't caught up. I'm sorry. I was like, did I move again? No. Okay, so when I moved in here, I haven't brought my stuff in this apartment. One, I hate moving. That's the one. I hate unpacking. I hate moving. Also, my goal financially was initially to get the car. So I was more focused on, let me see how I can get my money up to get a car. I got you, Shay. I'm going to get you caught up. Then COVID happened. Well, when COVID happened, I'm not on the bus anymore. But at that time, then I realized, I'm not really as prepped as I normally am. So like you see in the food supply right now, I had cans, but I didn't have, there's this little box. Hold on. Turn y'all around. You see that little cabinet right there? Now I have some upper cabinets, but I'm really short. And the upper cabinets, y'all got my coffee cup from this morning. The upper cabinets are mainly like where you put it's just, I can only reach, because I'm like 5'2", 5'3", I'm short. The way they put those cabinets, I really can only see the first part of the cabinet. I can't even reach, I can put stuff up there, but I can't see back. And so when I moved in here, we saw dead critters. Remember I told y'all that? Now, Regina's son, when he was here, he supposedly went up there and cleaned, vacuum, but you got to watch kids, because these kids nowadays don't do great jobs. And so I haven't gone up there to double check to make sure he got all the critters out. I pray he did, but I don't know. He vacuumed out, and I don't know if he did or not, because he really didn't want to be bothered. He wanted to go back here and lay on his mat and watch his phone. I already knew. I know how kids are. The new generation of children, that's how they are. He was sweet, but, I get new generation of kids. So I haven't got up there. I'm going to end up getting a ladder. It's like a little stair-step ladder to get up and kind of see, because I don't really want to put stuff up there if there's dead critters. I want to make sure it's clean. But also, whatever I put up there is not going to be something that I'm going to access a lot, because it is so high up. It would be a storage place for something that you don't use. And I've gotten to the point, if it's something I really don't use, I don't keep it. I was able to live so minimally on a truck and just coming in and out of town, and I would either stay with family or stay at a hotel. What I realize is you don't need as much as you think you need. And when you have all the clutter, I had a 4-bedroom house full of stuff. I went to pack that stuff up one time. I was so tired. I gave stuff away. I'm like, this is insanity. Just packing up stuff and stuff that was stuff I hadn't looked at for over a year. Totally forgot. When did I get this? And so now I'm much different. I realized that I believe that the journey I went through on just taking the 3 years of just living on the truck and going around the road and staying at Monty's occasionally, it showed me I don't need as much as we think we need. And I think a lot of stuff, even with Monty, I look at that apartment, he's got boxes in a room full of papers that he's had for over 20 years. I said, you really need to go through this. This is insanity. Magazines that's 10 years old because it had a suit in it he liked and a pimp cane. Like, Ninja, you need to go through this and throw this away. It was insanity, because you got a no, it's insanity. Bro, if you ain't bought that in 6 months to a year, you need to just go and toss it. You just looking at it like the old Sears wish book. Get rid of that. So what I have done, like even right here, what I was using for these things that I plan on that cabinet that you see, it's got a bunch of junk on there right now. I'm going to clean that cabinet off. And I also have a push shelf in between the cabinet between the stove and the cabinet where I can actually put spices and stuff on and other stuff. I just got the wheels for it because originally it's one of these, but it's a small 3 little shelf one that's like to my hip. That one I'm using for spices and things that are right by the oven because there's a gap between the oven and the cabinet. And the cabinet that's there, I have to show y'all later, they put the door on backwards. It's a useless cabinet. Number one, even if they would have put a regular door on there, they should have just taken the door off. The reason is because it's not enough room to fully open the cabinet. It's nonsensical. They should have just left the door off, but then they put the door on. Not only did they put it on, they put it on backwards. So where the stove is at, this cabinet is there, and the cabinet opens against the stove. You can't even open the cabinet all the way. So it's like really illogical. And what they should have done was left that whole door off and left it open. Then you could have open storage, and it would make sense in between that cabinet and that stove. So what I did is I got a rolling cart in between that space, and that's where I'm putting my spices, is on that rolling cart. And I'll have that organized. So I'm working with it, but my stuff is going to be coming in. I'm thinking I'm going to bring it in early October. If not, it'll definitely be by end of October. I'll have it moved in here. I found a moving company that is COVID focused. They're masked up, they're gloved up, and they said it's even a contactless delivery. So I can actually go to my storage unit, have them open it up. They will get my stuff, put it on the truck, and then they'll bring it here. And they're masked up, gloved up when they bring it in the house. Like even when Tony came in today, like I said, his mask is here. He put it up before he came in the house. But if he walked through this house, I don't know if that's on his clothes. I turned all air conditioning off. All fans went off. And then when he left, I sprayed through my house with the Odo Band, hoping that's strong enough because you can't I'm having a hard time finding Lysol spray. What I use is my major disinfectant coming in from outside is peroxide for COVID. So I fill these with peroxide. And through Amazon, I got 12 bottles of peroxide. And if I order through Walmart, I always get their limit is 3 bottles of peroxide. So every time I do anything, if I do an order where it's delivery Walmart, I order 3 bottles of 32 ounce peroxide. And the reason is peroxide is on EPA.gov also, known to kill the virus. So you can spray, when I come in, I spray my shoes. I wear these when I go out. I like these. And I wear those, and you can spray your shoes. And so I spray the shoes because I was watching one lady, and the COVID can last on shoes. I forgot how many weeks between your shoe soles or your shoes and hard surfaces. Now that was in a hospital setting, but I was like, I'm so cool on that. In your freezer, that's why I spray all my stuff. I spray the cans on metal. It lasts for, I think, 3 days. And in your freezer, it can last up to 2+ years if it gets in your freezer. So when I bring packaging in, I spray it down with the peroxide. So that's the peroxide is mainly used for that. When I come in from outside, the first thing I do is I start, after I get the groceries in here, my next move is I start undressing. And I have one of these bags, and I put my clothes in it and I tie them up. And then I put them over here, and then when they come and wash the laundry, I have it all just ready. I can just drop it and I have a laundry bag. I drop it in there, and then I streak, because it's just me, to the bathroom and take a shower. So no, when you ask me, did I just move in? I know nothing's in here. I have not moved my stuff in. My stuff is still sitting in my storage unit. In my storage unit, I have everything. I have end tables, coffee tables, television set. I have an entertainment unit, bookshelf, entertainment unit. What else? I even have another whole computer in there. I had a 17-inch Toshiba computer in my storage unit. I think I have some stereo equipment stuff in there. I definitely have some stereo speakers. Is my boombox in there? I think I have a boombox. I got a whole bunch of stuff in there, child. I got a whole bunch of stuff in there. DVD player. I have my Roku. Roku is like your web-based TV thing. That's in there. I have all my music in there. I have a lot of music. I'm a big music person. So I have all my music in there. I had a crap load of stuff in that storage unit. And but it's hard furniture. I didn't keep any couches. I didn't keep any beds because I don't believe in storing that stuff. So I didn't keep any couches. I didn't keep any beds because I'd be so scared about bugs inside of storage units. So everything I have is hard furniture. So when it comes out, I'm going to have them put that over there against the wall in this living room. And then I'm going to have him come back through and spray that stuff. Because that's one of the reasons I did a pre-treat. And then I want to do a final treat when he comes in, because anything coming in from the storage unit, these folks over here behind on this side, they not the cleanest. So that's another reason I had him. As a matter of fact, whatever he sprayed is good, because we had some beetles come through the back area, and this is what they was doing. He just walks. I had a fly come in, land on the floor. He was gone in minutes. I was like, well, good. You're not paying rent. Hold on, let me see what she said. Honey, nothing wrong with a free sale. What you can do also, use OfferUp and Marketplace. And what you do is, I just put them out. The chair that I had bought for this desk, it was a gaming chair, and I was having a horrible time sitting in that chair for 12 hours. And so I got a church chair now, and it's wonderful. And it's good and padded. It takes, I'm fat, so it holds up to 800 pounds. I'm not 800 pounds, but it holds some weight. It's steel based, and the cushion on it is like this thick. That gaming chair, I don't think it had cushion. I think it just had some fabric over plastic. It was that chair was horrid. My legs, my back, everything hurt when I got done for the night. So I ended up putting that on OfferUp. I initially paid $99 for the chair. I asked $50 for it, and I got exactly pretty much what I asked. The guy, and they as soon as I put it up, somebody was here at the house. And the guy he says, "Are you available right now?" I was like, "Yeah." And when he came he said, "This is a brand new chair. This is a brand new chair." And I'm like, "Well, no, it's not. I've had it for about XYZ months." He's like, "But man, you kept it good. You kept it good." He's like, "You don't game. You don't game." Young folks. I'm like, it wasn't for that. I got it for work, and it was on sale, and I thought it was going to do what I wanted it to do, but it was uncomfortable for somebody my size. But you look like you fit just fine in that chair. I'm happy you enjoy it. Take the chair and give me my $50. You a winner. you a winner. So yeah, I what I did is I just found out. So I really haven't focused on getting everything here. Because I know also that wasn't a focus. It was really trying to focus, do I want to spend $300 or $400 for somebody to move my stuff? Because I'm already guesstimating it's going to be about $400. If that. It might not be that, because honestly, what I have is probably the storage unit I have, maybe the size of this living room, if not smaller. And I forgot what the lady told me the dimensions were. Everything I have is in boxes, bins, and maybe some bags, and then everything else is hard furniture like tables. And I have a baker's rack that's made like this industrial shelving, and I think that's silver, and it's gonna go against the wall next to this bookshelf that I have here. But yeah, so that's it, and I just need to organize. Once I get that in here, it's really finding a place to store stuff and just organize it. And that's mainly, I bought that shelf from Walmart, which I'm happy I did, because that was the idea I had. And, I didn't even know that I bought it and was going to end up using it for what I'm using it for. Initially, I was buying it in order to store like plates and stuff on it. And then when I started having the dreams, I was like, I need to use this for prepping. So right now I'm prepping my canned goods. I'm getting them organized. And one of the things I learned from when I had a house and before, I'm a sales shopper. So I would go buy sales. And I would, green beans for $1. Oh, okay, let me go get that. And I'm a coupon shopper. So, but the thing was, when I moved out of my house, and even out of some apartment complex, I didn't know what all I had. I had enough food to donate to churches for months. I had canned goods. Just insanity. And because, and I would go buy something because I didn't see it in the way, because you just throw it in the can shelf. And I didn't see that all the way in the back of the can shelf was 2 jars of Hunt's tomatoes, and I'd go buy more. And it's like even my cleaning supplies, I remember, so Vivian, my place is the one I stayed with when I came in, she's really good on organizing. And so Vivian came in one time and she said to me, "Sis, you need to put all your cleaning supplies in one place." She said, "I'm going to pull everything out so you can understand what I'm saying." That woman set out my cleaning supplies. Y'all, I had like 15 things of comment. I had like 25 things of the spray foam. I had a bunch of Pine Sol. I had all this because I stored them in 2 different places. I had some in the kitchen, some in the bathroom, and I had double of stuff. I had quadruple of stuff. So if you need to do that for storing, but then so that's why I started watching as people are starting to get this inkling about prepping. I also realized the organization that true preppers do is smart, because then you know what you have on hand, you know how much to have on hand, and financially it's smart because like right now I'm looking, so I know just a glance what do I need to get when I go over to Walmart or order any more canned goods. I need to fill up the chili section. I need to fill up the canned bean, what I call the kind of like your mixed beans, fiesta beans, or bean flavors. What do you call it? Like chili beans, stuff that has flavoring in it or is mixed with other stuff. The plain beans, I'm not too bad on. I might need to add one extra plain bean, but I need to order more chili because I want to fill up that section of the chili. I need to order more of the Chef Boyardee. I'm getting that. I got jackfruit. Jackfruit can be used as a meat supplement if y'all don't know, and I have made some good jackfruit tacos. But you can do a lot with jackfruit. So I make a good jackfruit taco. You can make jackfruit sloppy joes. There's a lot you can do with jackfruit. So I need to pick up some more jackfruit. I'm getting hominy. If y'all don't know what hominy, I like hominy. It's like a corn-based Mexican style. And I'm getting some more hominy and fill that up. I'm gonna get some more. I like Italian green beans, and I like French style green beans if they're out of a can. I'm still sowing regular green beans, but had some given to me, so I got that. I need to order more sweet peas. I need to order cream corn. I'm trying to get canned potatoes, even though I've not ever used them, but in a pinch, I'm figuring if we're in a bad situation, boom, there it is. I need more tuna, and I'm gonna do more canned chicken. I got Spam just in case, because that's just one of those supplements you can use in case. I'm buying more fruit, more canned fruit, and stuff like that. But I can now physically see what I need. So I do like this method. And then I'm stacking the water, and I'm going to begin a new stack of water. That's 8 high. I'm going to start a new 8 high. And just stack that, and then I also got to get the still water. But I'm inventorying what I have now, opposed to, and I'm stacking it and putting things that are the same like you guys can't see below, but below is where my pasta stuff is. So I know right now I have 6 jars of pasta. I don't at this place. I have had it at other places. Is it something I'm going to add? I could, because it's only a couple of dollars really for rentals insurance. When I had my car, I added it onto the car. If I end up getting another car, I'll probably add it onto the car insurance as well. Oh yeah, I can do that. That's right now. I don't have anything in here to where I don't have any major valuables in here, other than the company laptop, this iPad, and my iPhone, and then I got 2 computers. Both of them are down right now. I got to order some more memory for this other one and a fan to fix it. I got 1 memory chip. I need to order the other one, and I need to order the fan. As soon as that comes in, I'll put that computer back together, and it should be fine. The one in the room, I'm having problems with the modem's not working, so I may end up taking the modem out and putting a brand new modem in. I haven't done that yet because I haven't really cracked it open and looked at it yet. It still works. It just won't connect to the internet. After it did the Windows 10 update, it just went to hell in a handbasket. So something went wrong with the Windows 10 update when it came down to the network and modem. So I'll deal with that later. Other than that, right now it's just mainly food stuff in here. But I don't have anything, there's nothing critical in this apartment right now. Now, once everything comes in, I might look at renter's insurance. Anyway, y'all, I've been on here for 104 minutes. We're going to end it. But, I'll try. What I'm going to start trying to do, y'all, is come on and we'll just do a live chat I'll probably do one, if not every other week. I'll try to come on. I don't know, can't say weekly, but I'll try to do one every other week. Because what I found out is this, whatever I do would motivate some people. So preferably it blesses you and motivates you. Wendy, I'm going to get set up for, and the rest of y'all, I'm going to get set up for the Amazon affiliate program. I've been affiliate before. I used to sell computer equipment. I'm going to get reset up for that. And then what I will do is things that I'm doing, like the shelving or anything outside, like that fabric curtain I got. I'm on a garden group, and I shared. A guy was saying he's in the zones that I'm in California. So Arizona, the southwestern part, we're like 9A, 9B. We can get up into the 10s, but he's in a 9, I think a 9B or 9A in Cali, and he's having the leaf curl that I had. And I told him, you're going to have to get you're gonna have to get shade. You got to get shade, and then also good drip system. So, yeah, that'll bless me as I begin to make a little bit of money doing this. If that happens, then that'll help have a little extra to get extra stuff out there in the garden and do it. And like the prepper part that I'm doing, that might bless somebody too. Because like I said, I have a method that I'm using right now, and just prepping, and I have stuff sitting on the floor because like I said, the cabinet space here, it's hard. I really don't have. I have like upper cabinets, but a lot of stuff like the one over the refrigerator, I can't reach that. I have stuff sitting on top of the refrigerator right now too. I have cereal stacked up on top of the refrigerator, but I can't reach it. It's too far up, and I'm not gonna be on a ladder by myself in this house, and then you fall or something, and it's just me. I can't do that, and I'm on a blood thinner, so that would be a very bad day for me. The ankle was a bad day. Thank God it didn't go as bad as what it could have been. And then in the kitchen, I got the bottom parts of the shelves are all I use. I use one section for plates and one section for cups and glasses, like my coffee cups. But see, the thing that's going to hurt me is when I bring everything in, I have a lot of kitchen stuff. I've got plates, I've got dishes, I've got silverware. So the industrial shelf that I'm buying right now, that's where I need to get another one back there, and I'm probably going to have some storage in the room. Because in reality, I might use a little part of this wall. I just thought about this wall that goes to the hallway. There's a blank part. I could actually throw one of these there. But I have a baker's rack that's going to go right here. And the only other thing is because the couch is going to go there. So the couch and the end tables, that'll take that wall up. So right now, the way I'm looking at it, I just thought about this right here could actually fit maybe one or two, probably one of those, maybe even two. And I could use it because actually I have like a Ninja blender system. I've got, what else do I have? I got the Ninja blender system. I think I have a whole nother microwave in there. I have a rotisserie. I have tons of utensils. Crock pot. I don't know if I'm missing anything, y'all. I'm a cook, and so I come from a family of cooks. I really always wanted a KitchenAid. I really want one of those KitchenAids so bad. I love those things. But my Ninja system, I've got that, and it actually has a dough maker and all that stuff, so you can make dough. Because I used to make my pizza bread or my pizza stuff. I even got a pizza stone for the grill. I mean, the only thing I'm missing right now is a grill, and that's another thing I'm looking at investing in here in the near future, depending on what the Lord does. Is I want to get another grill, and I'm thinking about getting the Komodo, which is almost like the green egg. The green egg's too expensive, but the Komodo's cheaper. And I saw the Komodo on sale on Amazon, so I really eventually want to get it. But right now, what I'm doing right now is getting everything prepped in this house for an emergency. I'm going to have where I have candles, I need to get batteries in here. And I'm going to talk to y'all about the 72. All right, Shay. I'm going to do the 72-hour, there's a 72-hour candle you can do with Crisco. And I'm going to go through how you do that because I found that out from some prepping channel. It was a Christian lady she's doing it for her and her family, but then she referred to it and I went and researched it. And I didn't know that Crisco was originally a candle company, from what I'm understanding. I have to research it further. But when you look at it, I guess even on the Crisco, what we think is a drop of oil might be a candle flame. I was like, shut the front door. But Crisco's bad for you anyway. But they said that oil was initially used as a candle for candles. So you take one or two of the what do you call those sticks? Like for candelabras. You know what I'm talking about? Tapered candles. Shove them down in that oil, and then you light them up, and it burns. 72 hours, 72 days, and you use it for 8 hours a day. It'll burn up to 72 days at 8 hours a day on them big old Crisco. I'm like, that's a winner. So I'm going to get that for emergency purposes. You can use the Walmart version. The only thing I like about the Walmart version, it's a plastic tin, whereas the one for Crisco is metal foil lined. I think it's paper and foil, but it's foil lined, so you get the reflection, which is better, whereas the Costco one is a plastic one, and I don't like fire and plastic together. It just don't sound good. So anyway, y'all, 2 and 2, be blessed. Peace. I'm out.